Good morning, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue with my part series. The week that was college football history review, the 1972 college football season. This is week number 8 of the games that were played on October 28th, 1972. Let's get into it. Number 11, Penn State beat number 18, West Virginia, 28-19. Penn State's balance was too much for Mountaineers, who hadn't beaten Lions since 1955. Although quarterback Bernie DeLiffa threw for 341 yards to lead West Virginia, Nick Lions featured quarterback John Huffnagel's 2 touchdowns passing and tailback John Cappelletti's 154 yards rushing. West Virginia's only lead of the game came on first play. It was a 100-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by tailback Kerry Marbury. Penn State quickly turned 2 interceptions into 10-7 lead and built a 25-7 margin. DeLiffa pulled West Virginia to within 25-19 on an 18-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Danny Buggs before Lions went on clock-eating drive to clinching 25-yard field goal by kicker Alberto Patello. Syracuse beat Pittsburgh by a score of 10-6. Defensive struggle was built on defensive play that steady Orangemen converted for 10-0 lead in the fourth quarter. After teams finished first half deadlock at 0-0, kicker Bernie Ruoff nailed 34-yard third-quarter field goal for a 3-0 Syracuse lead. Game's big play was turned in by linebacker Chuck Boniti, who returned fourth-quarter interception 8 yards to Pittsburgh 2-yard line. Meanwhile, Syracuse fullback Roger Praetoris then bowled in for a 2-yard touchdown run for squad that managed meager 132 yards rushing and 15 yards passing. The Panthers, who themselves rushed for only 20 yards, were hard-pressed to rally with little offensive threat, but scored on a block punt recovered in the end zone by cornerback Ed Marsteller with 36 seconds left. Maryland beat Virginia 24-23. There was something about home teams blowing 20-point leads that just wrecked homecomings. Yet there was Virginia ahead 23-3 in third quarter before collapse as Maryland converted 3 of 5 interceptions to touchdowns, including 2 by tailback Lewis Carter. Cavaliers built big lead with help of 1 of 4 interceptions that they managed as defensive end Billy Williams returned first quarter pick 36 yards to Maryland end zone. Other touchdown came on 4-yard touchdown pass from quarterback George Allen to wide receiver Dave Sullivan, with leading rusher tailback Kent Merritt knocked out of the game in the first half. Cavs threw more in the second half than preferable. Now, Terps defensive backs Ken Scoroy and Bob Smith each had 2 interceptions. Now, this was the greatest team win I have been associated with, said Terps coach Jerry Claiborne. It was a tremendous comeback. North Carolina State beat South Carolina a score of 42-24. Louisville beat Cincinnati by a score of 38-13. Ohio State, the number 4 team in the country, beat Wisconsin 28-20. Up 28-7 in the first half, the Buckeyes cruised into neutral and almost blew game as the Badgers quarterback Rudy Steiner led comeback with 2 touchdowns throwing and another rushing. Wisconsin earned last chance from Ohio State 33-yard line with 6 seconds left, but cornerback Neil Cozy batted down past at the goal line. So Ohio State fullback Champ Henson rushed for 122 yards and scored his 12th and 13th touchdowns of the season, while quarterback Greg Hare threw a 37-yard touchdown to fullback Rick Garbos to open scoring and rushed for 80 yards of his 113 yards and his 18 yards rushing for fourth quarter touchdown. It should be a 4th touchdown. Wisconsin tight end Jack Novak caught both touchdown passes from Steiner. Texas Tech defeated Southern Methodist 17-3. Red Raiders displayed awesome defense, holding SMU running makes of halfback Alvin Maxson, fullback Wayne Morris to combine 83 yards rushing, forcing 4 turnovers. Second Mustangs quarterback Keith Bobo 7 times. Now, Southern Methodist had averaged 34 points per game, but in face of a stern defensive pressure, reached Texas Tech 10-yard line only once. The kicker Clint Hackney made 38-yard field goal, but ponies never came close again. Red Raves did little on offense themselves, early on earning only 11 first downs. A quarterback, Joe Barnes, rushed for 129 yards and pitched 42 yards scoring toss to wide receiver Calvin Jones. Nose guard David Donald Reeves led Texas Tech defense with 20 tackles and added important save, his recovery, a fumble punt by Red Raves on own 10-yard line. Missouri upset number 7 Colorado 20-17 as the Tigers kicker Greg Hill did it again with the last-second field goal, this time scoring upset on a late 33-yard field goal. Hill had beaten Oregon earlier in the season on a last-second field goal. Moments earlier, Colorado defense had fumble recovery taken away by controversial face mask penalty. Missouri tailback Tommy Riemann, who rushed for 87 yards and a touchdown, was key in winning drive as he gained 22 yards and earned 2 first downs. Buffaloes had rallied from 10-0 and 17-10 deficits, but never led despite gaining 319 yards. Injured Colorado tailback Charlie Davis returned to lineup in the second half with his team trailing 10-0 and scored on a 3-yard run, but was not enough a factor to prevent the loss. Next, Air Force upset number 16, Arizona State, number 16 team in the country, was upset by Air Force 39-31. As quarterback Rich Haney threw for 332 yards and 4 touchdowns, while receiver Frank Murphy had 198 yards receiving on 7 catches and caught 3 scores, as Falcons handed Arizona State its first home loss in 3 years. Key Air Force play turned out to be a 19-yard run for first down by punter Jerry Olin on fake that set up go-ahead touchdowns, 26-yard catch by Murphy for 28-23 lead in third quarter. Quarterback Danny White threw 3 touchdowns for Sun Devils, but was picked off 4 times. Now, White averaged 55 yards on 5 punts. Arizona State wingback Steve Holden, who had 170 yards receiving on 7 catches, went catch for catch with Murphy, grabbing all 3 of White's scoring passes. Air Force, meanwhile, racked up 481 yards to 344 yards average advantage on offense, and key stats were dominant time of possession in second half and overall turnovers. Air Force had the ball for 22 minutes and 22 seconds to Arizona State 7 minutes and 38 seconds in the game's final 30 minutes, and Falcons lost single turnover to 6 handed away by Arizona State. So that includes a look at Week 8. The games are played on October 28th, 1972. The week that was college football history review, 1972 college football season. Let's look at the AP polls. October 30th. Number 20 was Arkansas. Number 19, Air Force. 18, Texas Tech. Number 17, Louisville. 16 was Missouri. 15, Colorado. 14, Iowa State. 13 was Tennessee. 12, Notre Dame. 11, Auburn. The top 10 rounded out as this. Number 10, Penn State. 9, Texas. UCLA. 8, Oklahoma. Number 7, Louisiana State. Number 6. The top 5, Ohio State, number 5. Number 4 was Michigan. Number 3 was Nebraska. Number 2 was Alabama. And number 1 was Southern California. So that concludes a look at the moments in the games that were played during October 28th, 1972, week number 8. The 1972 college football season, the week that was. For October 28th, 1972, week number 8. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Do videos magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.